Can you remember playing with laser pointers when you were younger? Or using laser weapons in video games? Now, these two pastimes are no longer fiction, but reality. The U.S. military is turning into a real-life version of a sci-fi movie with their latest project. They're going all in on developing laser weapons. And let me tell you, they've made some pretty big leaps forward. In this video, you will learn about a weapon not of metal and explosives, but of light, that is faster than any bullet, silent as a shadow, and precise as a surgeon's scalpel. You can explore a weapon that can run at the speed of light, about 186,282 miles per second. Stay tuned. Click subscribe and dive into our comprehensive coverage of the American new laser weapon. Last year, in the vast desert of New Mexico, something amazing happened at the White Sands Test Range. The Air Force Research Laboratory, AFRL, is showing off a revolutionary new invention. They've taken fiber optic lasers and turned them into powerful weapons that can destroy missiles while they're still flying through the air. They call it SHIELD, which stands for Self-Protect High Energy Laser Demonstrator. Unlike the bulky laser guns you see in movies, SHIELD is designed to be small and light enough to fit on a jet without weighing it down. In the air, every pound matters. They're making it smaller and cooler to fit onto planes like the F-15. That's not all. They want to put it on even more planes like the F-16 and F-35. Imagine these planes becoming almost untouchable with the invisible protector, zipping through dangerous skies without a worry. SHIELD is a masterpiece of modern engineering. It's as light as a feather but packs the punch of the sun itself. Adaptability is its power. It can change its strength on the fly to handle different missions. This flexibility is key because in aerial battles, being quick is the same as staying safe. These lasers are deeply silent, ready to defend or attack without making a sound. We can understand that the new American laser is a complete paradigm shift. Why are lasers so great for planes? They're super fast, they don't make noise like guns do, and they're incredibly accurate. These beams of light move so fast that they'll leave you breathless, hitting their targets with incredible accuracy as well as with silence. The AC-130J Ghost Rider gunship, a powerhouse in close air support and special operations, is now blazing a new trail with its high-energy laser weapon system. Imagine a battlefield where precision and stealth merge into a single beam of disruption, targeting enemies unseen and unheard. This revolutionary system can reach out and touch targets from a safe distance, using a potent beam of light to neutralize threats like incoming missiles, enemy aircraft, and ground targets. This is a game changer for the AC-130J, especially when it's soaring through hostile skies where traditional arms might falter. The U.S. Army has stationed its first operational laser weapon system in Iraq. 3 Stryker infantry combat vehicles equipped with 50-kilowatt lasers called DM SHORADs have been sent to address deadly drone attacks on U.S. forces. These advanced systems were only delivered to the Army last September. The DM SHORADs, or Directed Energy Maneuver Short-Range Air Defense Systems, were developed by RTX, formerly Raytheon. They integrate a 50-kilowatt laser with the armored body of a Stryker vehicle. The laser system is designed to target aerial threats and is controlled through a radar acquisition system, a targeting sensor, and a beam control system. It also incorporates the multispectral targeting system used on Predator drones, which includes an electro-optical infrared camera, a laser designator, and a laser illuminator. The system aims to protect Army ground troops from drone threats, including individual drones and swarms. The whole 50-kilowatt laser unit, which weighs around 7 tons, is mounted on the Stryker, providing it with armored protection and enabling a maximum speed of 60 miles per hour. Operators control the weapon system using a ruggedized laptop and an Xbox-style controller. Laser weapons offer several benefits over traditional anti-drone systems. They can theoretically fire an unlimited number of shots, constrained only by power availability, and lasers hit their targets at the speed of light without needing to lead the target. Additionally, the system avoids the collateral disruptions of radio signals that electronic warfare jammers can cause. The development of these laser-equipped strikers to Iraq in January came in response to a surge in drone and artillery attacks on U.S. forces in the region, particularly following the escalation of the Israel-Hamas conflict in October 2023. These attacks, often conducted by local militias guided by Iran, have escalated since the conflict began. Despite previous attempts to downplay these attacks to avoid further escalation, a kamikaze drone strike on an American base in Jordan on January 28, 2024, killed 3 soldiers and wounded several others. This attack, executed by the Islamic Resistance in Iraq, an Iranian proxy, marked a significant increase in hostilities. The DM-Sharad systems are designed to counter drones and also to intercept enemy artillery, rockets, and mortars mid-flight before they can impact near U.S. positions. This is the first deployment of the Army's laser-armed strikers, which are assigned to the 4th Battalion, 60th Air Defense Artillery Regiment at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, in September. Currently, 3 of the 4 vehicles in the platoon are stationed in Iraq, although it is unclear if they are operating together or dispersed among various bases. General Michael Kurilla, head of U.S. Central Command, emphasized that the laser weapons are not a complete solution, but encouraged the deployment of more drone-killing systems to the Middle East to assess their effectiveness in actual combat conditions. This could potentially lead to broader use of such technologies in the Army, seeking effective solutions to the threat of drone swarms. On a clear day in late March 2024, a U.S. warship cruising the Red Sea spotted 4 suspicious blips on its radar coming straight from Yemen. This wasn't new. The Houthi rebels had been sending drones like these for months trying to hit the ship, but the Navy was ready. They'd been through this before, launching interceptor missiles that zipped into the sky and took down the drones one by one. The ship was safe, no one was hurt, but these missiles they're using, they're not cheap. They can't keep using them forever, especially when the rebels send drone after drone, sometimes 14 at a time. This situation shows the tricky spot the U.S. military finds itself in. While the U.S. has some of the most advanced military equipment in the world, adversaries like Iran and China are making tons of these cheap attack drones to overwhelm these high-tech weapons. Paul Scharr from the Center of a New American Security, a big defense think tank, says it's like using a sledgehammer to swat a fly. Not exactly a bargain. These drones make the Navy use up their big guns, which could leave them vulnerable to even bigger threats. But ignoring the drones isn't an option either. Andrew Lowry, the boss of a high-tech weapon company called Epirus, points out that's exactly what our opponents want: drain our resources with these small, cheap drones. So what's the solution? Epirus came up with a super powerful microwave weapon called Leonidas. This thing sends out a beam of microwaves that can fry electronics from the inside. Imagine turning on too many appliances at once and blowing a fuse, but way more intense. These microwaves can knock the drones right out of the sky, and they're way cheaper than missiles. Leonidas looks different from what you might expect. It doesn't have a big dish like old school radar. It's got a flat panel, kind of like a giant flat-screen TV, made up of lots of tiny units that are more likely fancy light bulbs than anything else. These little units can be tweaked to steer the microwave beam super precisely. You may be surprised that when they tested Leonidas, it knocked out every single drone it faced. 66 out of 66. Even when loads of drones came at it all at once, it zapped them all out in a flash. It's a game changer for sure, making it possible to handle swarms of drones without breaking the bank. Epirus, a company, has sent over 4 special systems called Leonidas to the U.S. Army. Why? Well, these systems could be super handy in dealing with all those pesky drones that are causing a bit of a headache for the U.S. forces. Now, let's talk about why these systems are so advantageous. We see the Navy uses these massive missiles called SM-6 Standard missiles. They're huge, weigh a ton, and cost a whopping $3 million each. Crazy, right? They're designed to take out big threats like fighter jets or cruise missiles, not little drones that you could probably fit in your garage. Then there's another missile called the Evolved Sea Sparrow missile. It's smaller and a bit cheaper at $1.5 million, but still, Not exactly what you'd call budget friendly. But these missiles are meant for big-time threats, not tiny drones buzzing around. And since they're so pricey, the Navy can only afford a handful of them. That's where the Leonidas systems come in. They offer a more cost-effective way to deal with those sneaky drones. Now let's talk about the Houthis. They're causing real trouble with drones they've cobbled together themselves. They've been at it for years, and even though the Saudis failed to stop them with all their defenses, some drones still manage to slip through and cause chaos. Houthis aren't just causing trouble in the skies, they're stirring up trouble on the waves too. They've got sea drones, little speedboats packed with explosives that they're using to give cargo vessels a real headache. And Ukraine's gotten in on the action too. They've been using similar sea drones to go toe-to-toe with Russian warships in the Black Sea. These little boats are fast and sneaky and have been causing quite a commotion. Even the Russian gunners are having trouble keeping up with them. The Russian Black Sea Fleet is feeling the heat from these attacks, which have been breaking their barricade of Ukrainian ports. We saw, in this crucial moment, a Pirates is stepping up to the plate once again. They're gearing up to showcase their microwave magic at the U.S. Navy's big summer event. They'll be pitting their Leonidas system against these pesky drone speedboats to show just how effective it can be. We see the Navy's been toying around with laser technology too. They've got these high-energy lasers that have their limitations. Things like rain, smoke, and fog can throw them off track, making them less reliable than we'd hoped. To overcome limitations, Pirates made another weapon, microwaves. They work fast and can take out multiple targets at once with just a sweep. Plus, they're more reliable in tricky conditions. As part of the thrilling laser advancements for next generation compact environments LANCE program, researchers are zooming in on sleek, powerful laser systems tailor-made for tomorrow's fighter jets. This ambitious endeavor is just one slice of a vast project aimed at arming our forces with directed energy weapons. Think blinding speed, sniper-like precision, and a whole new level of versatility in neutralizing threats. Switching gears to an even stealthier development, imagine drones, silent and unseen, armed to the teeth with high-powered lasers. These aren't just any drones. They strike from shadows, their laser beams cutting through targets miles away. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a revolution in warfare, marrying invisibility with deadly accuracy. On the global stage, the race to harness laser technology is heating up. The U.S. Defense Research Advanced Projects Agency, DARPA, is at the forefront, pioneering a project that could transform drone operations. By beaming power wirelessly, they're dreaming big, drones that could fly indefinitely without ever touching down for fuel. Not to be outdone, China is also charging ahead. Researchers at Northwestern Polytechnic University are pushing the envelope with laser energy transmission, turning drones into perpetual flying machines powered by beams from the ground. This breakthrough could catapult drone capabilities in both the military and civilian realms, extending their reach and enduring to unprecedented levels. Friends, what do you think? How will these advancements alter the strategic landscape globally? Will this new weapon system be the real threat or savior for mankind? We'd love to hear your comments. Stay curious, stay informed, and ensure you're part of the conversation as we explore these questions and more. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss what we uncover next in the thrilling evolution of defense technology.